Just enjoy my cute little bat going up and down while we wait for gameplay to start.
And welcome everyone on my end. We're doing another Stardew Valley stream with Mrs. Waffles, Graveyard Girl X, my wife. She has many names now.
I have too many names.
Too many names.
Too many names.
So it's just going to be a casual kickback and play some farming kind of stream, ask some questions, chill and vibe kind of stream.
It is, and you're going to give me just a moment because I need to close my office door because our little kitty just snuck in. So give me one moment.
Oh, I should close mine then too. Good enough. Ruvarth's here. Welcome in. Think you're the first one in.
Okay, can I have you resend me the invite maybe because it's having some connection issues?
Yes. Jariah's here. Welcome in, Jariah.
Hey, Jariah. Oh, there we go.
Oh, you just got in?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do the magic screen. It's my favorite part.
Stardew Valley Club, yes. We had to do a special episode so Jariah could see the Stardew Valley gameplay so that they can go buy it. Because everyone
And
has
join
to
the
own it
rest of the
now.
team to lose your life. I think Ruva said they were like 80 hours in.
Yeah, I think it was
Something like
50 or
that?
60.
I only have like 90 hours in the game, and that's over a course of like months. So,
Dragon Ghost is here. Welcome in, Dragon Ghost.
hi, Dragon Ghost.
How was everyone's day today?
Dragon, I do have more stuff to send you on the lip balm. I'm sorry I got interrupted with some pretty important stuff right around the time I was texting you, so I have more information to send you. So just hold out on that. I'll try and get that to you tonight. Sorry guys, this is loading and loading
You're
and
still
loading.
loading, huh?
Still loading. Just slow. But that's okay.
Ruvarth says their day's been good because she's been playing Stardew Valley all day.
It's usually relaxing. I know that I was there were parts that were a little stressful when we first started playing just because we were like a little overwhelmed on like how much stuff you had to do and like the day goes by so quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry, just my mic
Dragon
there.
Ghost says they understand on the stuff, sending you more stuff. They had an off day today. Like off of like work and school, or off as in like bad?
I know she was at school. She had a test that we interrupted with all the Discord
That's right.
pings, so
And Jariah said that they had a great day, but they should have waited till Friday to have a beer. Well, it's too late now, so you might as well all in, right?
YOLO. Is it loading slow on your end or like
No, I'm already in.
weird?
Are you just like waiting at the house? Maybe it needs me to come back to the house or something.
It just says it's loading. Like if you look at my stream. Oh, there we go.
You just had to complain about it.
Yep. All right. See what the weather report has today.
Ruvarth's talking about some stress about dying in the game, especially when you're hunting for items.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ghost says it was a bad day mainly.
Oh no. Is there anything we can do to make it better?
Yeah, that was my question. Anything we can do for you, Dragon? What are you drinking, Jariah? My beer of choice was Guinness back in the day. I love a good dark stout beer.
I'm hard liquor all the way. I much prefer a rum and coke, and I know it's basic, but it's good stuff. I had my first one when we went to Vegas on our honeymoon, and they put it in like a ceramic tiki mug with lime, and it was just the best thing.
Won that mug playing blackjack because it was like a $30
You
mug, and I didn't want to buy a $30 mug because we were always spending so much money, but I won so much money playing casinos that we basically spent it all on souvenirs and Hershey World and all that.
There was this dude who was vending out in the middle of like I'm not sure which hotel chain it was, but selling like these really cool like Iron Man and Captain America like light up patches that I think they played music, and then we got them and then we never did anything with them, and they've been in storage ever since, and it's been like 6 years.
They don't play music, they react to it. So like when it hears sound, it plays like different lights and flashes different colors.
Oh, right. It was the sound reactive things.
Yeah. Jiraiya
Let me-
says that they're lightweight, but they do love how small the characters are. The art design in this game is truly wonderful. They did a
It
great
is.
job on this.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn my volume up just a little bit. So you
And
can hear a
they're
little bit.
drinking a Sapporo, if you have heard of it, but my grandma was like, here, and it's been a couple of months, so not right. I
I
don't know,
don't
there's
think I've ever had that.
no such thing as bad beer, right? Like any beer is good beer.
I disagree. I hate the taste of hops. Cider is good though. Bauman's here in Oregon makes some really good cider.
Yeah, it does. Ruvarth says that they are the lame one who doesn't drink. I mean, I gave up my drinking days. Like, I was using it too much as an escape from a bad job, and like I'd come home and mix like 191 proof Everclear with juice just to make it bearable, and I'd drink so much.
Oof.
So I don't drink like at all
Yeah.
anymore.
Tinsel's here. Hi, Tinsel.
Hi, Tinsel.
I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sorry. How was your birthday?
Jiraiya
How was
says no, there
things?
is bad beer. So Dan's on your
There's
side.
no bad
There
beer.
is bad beer.
I just want you to know, Tenso, that Charlie has caught 0 shinies
Zero
since you've been
shinies.
out of the stream.
Anything low price is a red flag. You don't like the Mad Dog 2020?
I've heard that tastes like gasoline. Is that true?
Oh, it's pretty awful because it's like cheap wine mixed with orange juice. So it's
Oh, no.
also while we are in Vegas. Speaking of wine and juice, we got well, not quite wine, but we went to one breakfast that had unlimited mimosas for 2 hours.
Did we do that? I don't remember
We
if we
did
did that.
do that. It was really good. Dragon Ghost says they stopped drinking as well. So, ooh,
That's okay, Tinsel. We're gonna be here till around 8:20, 8:30, so we got about an hour or so. So we'll be here.
my watering can is ready.
So what should I be doing?
Let's
Cause
see. You wanted me to go get you a barn or something, right? Chicken coop?
chicken coop, so I can tend to some chickies.
Okay.
And I was supposed to get a silo, I think.
Yeah.
I think we need clay. Where? Oh, okay.
There should be clay in here. Do you remember what I need for the chicken coop?
I believe it's clay and stone.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to take
I
it
don't
all over there.
remember,
Can I
though.
order 2 things at once, or are they going to only let me order 1 thing?
I think she only lets you do one thing at once. So, and I don't know if we could. In that same hand, I don't think I can do the silo if you're building, because she can only come and build.
Yeah. All right. Well, we need to get the silo. No, let's get the chicken. We can last without the silo for a little bit.
Okay.
Well, no, we need the silo first because we need food. Well, it depends on. Let's get the silo first. We need to be able to get them food and put food away for them. So,
Okay. I saw someone just joined, so if you're lurking, you can stay lurking. But if you want to talk, say hi, and happy to have you.
Bud ice is like poison.
What? What?
Ruvar said that Bud ice, like Bud Light, Bud ice,
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like,
$2
I'm not that
can
versed
gas
in
station.
the beers.
The purple tree. The we're gonna have trees that turn pink here soon. You can
Cherry
see random ones
blossoms.
get this. Yeah, we got the cherry blossoms next week. I'm gonna get so many photos of the cherry blossoms, so stay tuned for that because I'm gonna give you guys hopefully wonderful photos of the cherry blossoms.
And the cherry blossoms down at the Oregon State Capitol were actually gifted to the state of Oregon from Japan. So they have special significance, and every, I think, May is when we have the Cherry Blossom Festival, and a ton of like local Japanese artists come out and they show their art, they teach calligraphy, all this really cool stuff.
I'm pretty sure that was their apology for the bomb they dropped on us in World War II.
I don't know. I don't remember. I did you take the clay though?
Yeah, I did. We need
Okay.
copper bars to get the silo going, so I need to get back and get some copper going.
Oh, I'm right here. You want me to just bring them to you?
How many copper bars do we have?
I can check. Give me un momento, por favor.
Ruvarth says they put fences around and then put the grass in the fences for the chickens. That does work.
6.
We have 6?
Yeah.
Okay, we need a few more. So I'm here now, so if you can scooch over, I'll get working on that.
Oh, well, okay, I'll put all this stuff back in because I was just getting ready to do that, so I'll let you do that then.
Any beer that's more than $3 is okay to drink.
I love a Mike's Hard Lemonade with like Mexican food. It's so good.
I don't know if a Mike's Hard Lemonade counts as beer.
It's the closest I can get because I am not a beer drinker.
Where do you want the silo? Do you care?
Let me. I'm not doing anything else, so let me designate an area.
Thank you everyone for the likes and follows and all that as well. I appreciate that.
Thanks for spending your evening with us, guys.
Yeah, I know I take up your mornings already, so I appreciate y'all hanging out here. I know I said I was going to do the late night stream tomorrow, but Emmy reminded me we have our planning our trip to Egypt meeting tomorrow, so I'll be streaming in the morning like normal because we want to go and see if we might be able to make it to Egypt this year.
Yeah.
Send, welcome in, Send.
So if anybody has been to Egypt and know how hot it is in October, please let me know.
I'm guessing it's awful.
Probably. Like, I don't know, is Egypt humid? Like, is it a Georgian humid heat, or is it like a dry Arizona desert heat?
I have no idea.
So I'm hoping it's not the Georgian level of heat, because I don't want to deal with that. I don't like being sweaty.
Negative Intel, welcome in. We do have a slumber party going on. We have 3 houses, but we sleep in one house because that's how it goes.
We're married. Marriage.
Jariah says they don't know if Mike's Hard counts as beer, but their girlfriend does say it's great, so...
It is a girlish drink. I couldn't get behind, what was the thing that we got Lizzie for her 21st birthday?
Do you want it right in front of you? Is that what you wanted?
Talking to me?
Yeah. The silo?
Oh. No, I ADHD'd out. White Claw. We got my sister a case of White Claw for her 21st birthday, and I can't get on that. It's not a vibe for me. Let's here?
Okay.
In this area? Thank you.
Yeah, and we can't do anything else while we're waiting for, so...
No. Robin is a one-woman workshop. Okay. Ooh, presents.
Rivar says they don't think the heat will be like Georgia because it won't be as humid.
Here's hoping. I've never been to the South, so I've never experienced it. Like, Oregon gets pretty humid too, but
it's nothing compared to Georgia.
I'm very glad for that.
Oh man, it was worth it, but it wasn't worth it.
Season are we in?
We're still in the first season. We're still in spring.
Can we still do parsnips?
No, we only have 3 days left. The parsnips will die. We can't grow anything.
You want to just skip forward then?
Maybe. I'm leveling up my tools so let me get my tools set up for next month, and then we can.
You want to go down into them? How are you doing that? Like, are you just doing it with Clint? Or I don't remember how we do that.
Upgrade stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And now I can head back to town and sleep. Jiraiya says that we're so lucky they'd love to go see the pyramids. I mean, we're not. We're not for sure going yet, and honestly, it's probably going to be financially irresponsible to do it. But it's one of those things.
Fun to plan.
Yeah. Ruvarth's asking, I built the basement. Do I put the cheese and wine in the basement? Yes. If you put the barrels in the basement, then it does a special aging process. It takes a little bit longer, but it's worth so much more money.
It is. That's what I was telling them today. That's like my main hustle in Stardew is aging the cheese and the wine and the cider.
But yeah, it's like it's going with a church group, so I know that Egypt's not the most tourist friendly. You know, there's always that risk of, scams or other things. So being with the church group means we'll be a little bit safer. They give a discount rate because it's through a special like church group. Like, I just don't see any other way that we would go to Egypt anytime soon, at least.
No, and one of the dudes in our ICA group was telling us on Sunday that there was a place where a lot of Marian apparitions had appeared, and like everybody of every denomination had seen it in the area, and it was like this really cool thing. I haven't had a chance to research it yet, but apparently that's one of the locations we might be going to.
Yeah.
If we end up going.
Ruvarth's asking, so I put the bottle I made into the keg. Yes, if you put the bottle you make into the kegs and barrels, then you'll get something special. Some of the stuff can take like a month to do, though. So
it does. Yeah, it does take a while. That is the downside. What do you want to do today, or do you just want to go sleep until the season's over? Take it.
We can go sleep.
Cool, because I've got nothing to do, and I suck at fishing. So.
Okay, our silo should be done.
Okay.
And then
also,
I'll go get us a chicken coop. Yes,
okay.
Silo's done.
Do you have the monies for said chicken coop?
I should. It was 5,000, right?
I think it was 6.
I
have 1,000, almost 2K here, but I don't think I can give it to you.
I don't know how we can share. I don't think we can. I think it's completely separate.
I think so too.
Okay, well, I got some stuff to sell, so let me sell. That's not going to be enough. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining. Grab that.
And for those of you who have been hanging out in my stream, I know my schedule is not the most solidified right now. I've got a lot of work going on, and part of the reason I actually started doing this is to have people to keep me company while Charlie goes back into office. So I'll have a more permanent schedule in like the next 2 weeks once we kind of know what that looks like and know how much time I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But he did help me set up a webcam to do like my overlays on like my crafting stuff.
Crafting streams.
So it won't be dependent on like my phone's Wi-Fi, which will be really nice because I tried that the other night and it was abysmal. So
Swaddle says their dog slept in front of the mayonnaise maker all night. The animal does get in the way very often.
He does.
So, I think what we're going to have to do... We'll see if this gives me enough money, but we might have to spend all the money on crops and just do like one thing of crops. And then get you the chicken coop once the first yield is done.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't think there's anything for us to do out here. Nope. All right. Let's just go to summer and then...
Do parsnips grow in summer or only spring?
Spring only. I'll choose a really short growing crop and then we'll just take care of that as quickly as possible and then we'll both have some money.
Not the weeds.
The weeds.
F them weeds.
All right. So I lost my hoe for a little bit. I gotta go pick it up. So if you want to start tilling around this scarecrow,
Yeah, will do.
okay, I'll build another one if I can. Dragon's asking if you stream on Instagram or TikTok or.
It will be on Twitch.
It was on Instagram once, but that was because we were having technical difficulties. But it will be Twitch going forward.
I won't be necessarily pouring resin because there's not a way that I can do that safely and interact with you guys because I have to wear a fully ventilated mask. But we get to decorate the things together, which in my opinion is much more fun.
All right, waiting for PRS to open. The music in this game is so good.
It is. I had to go back in and turn it up because you could barely hear it on my stream. And the music is super relaxing.
Dyslexic, welcome in.
I wish I could just individually ask people like what made them choose their usernames because sometimes
there are a lot of interesting usernames out there.
There are.
30 more minutes and then we get our seeds.
It's okay. I'm still planting anyway.
Dragon Ghost says they'll have to get Twitch then. I mean, it's not so bad. It's much better for streaming than pretty much anywhere else I've seen. Like,
it really is, and you're not going to have those lag hiccups that you see on like Charlie's stream on TikTok.
TikTok hiccups all the time, but Twitch is pretty flawless.
And plus, sometimes when I'm not self-conscious, you can see my face during stream. Otherwise, other times you get whatever random knickknack I have in front of the camera.
All right, looks like we're going for peppers. They take 5 days to mature.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. You get to cook in this game. If you guys haven't gotten to that point, you get to cook things, which is really fun because I like stocking our fridge.
All right. Peppers, and then we'll get some melons for a little bit more. All right, I spent all of my money, but we have over 100 seeds. No. We have more than we'll probably both be able to water in a day, to be honest, so we're going to have to be very good about it. But once it's there, then we can afford your chicken coop and you can get started on the animals. And I'll buy some grass starters and some other stuff. So
I did not plan this properly. Can you unhoe a thing?
No, but that's okay.
Well, I accidentally kicked up one of the scarecrows, and now there's no placement for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pickaxe it. If you hit with a pickaxe, I think he'll undo it. Ruvar says they cook sashimi every morning for Sebastian.
Is that who she's gonna marry in the game?
Is that for friendship or is that for marriage? And Ruvar says yes, you can pickaxe them to undo the spot. Ruvar's already married him.
It is for farming, I guess, Lizzie. Maybe in life too. I don't know.
Okay, so actually, why don't you put the scarecrow right in the middle here? Oh, right here.
It's just not letting me do the thing at all. Anyway.
Now we got the powered up ability. There we go. That'll work.
How was work today, Lizzie?
He waters your plants every morning. When I get married in the game, usually nothing happens.
I don't think I've ever fully gotten married in the game because Charlie and I played together, and so I don't think you can.
You can marry another player. It's expensive and takes a lot of stuff.
Sorry, ignore that. I was just going to rest.
Okay.
I know, food service does suck. That's why I tried very actively to stay out of that industry because I've seen nothing but horror stories about food service. It is not bueno. And I'm
Need
sorry for any of you in the chat who also have to work in food service. My heart bleeds for you because it's not fun at all.
Swaddle says they need a good system for sprinklers because they only water one tile. So if you get more advanced sprinklers, they will water more at a time. So definitely go for the better sprinklers for that.
Yeah. What Coop said.
Carrot, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Carrot.
And it is so nice when you get the upgraded sprinkler system.
All right. The meme. Welcome in, the meme. How's it going? Or upgrade your water can so you can water more crops at once. That's what I'm doing here. Iridium sprinklers are where it's at. Good to hear, meme. Glad you could make it tonight. We're just playing some Stardew Valley, hanging out, vibing, chilling, having a good night.
That's Coop's flamingo.
I do love flamingos.
Yay, Tinsel, it's working.
You just finished your live? How'd it go?
Who had a life?
Meme.
The meme machine. Lizzie, what are you doing for self-care today? Because you need to be doing the self-cares.
All right, there we go. You watched one about blues?
Blues.
Like Blues Clues? That's the first thing that comes to my mind with blues.
Aw, Lizzie's self-care is watching our stream.
We're a good self-care stream. I'll take that.
I've been told that a lot, actually. Everyone says that I have a relaxing voice, and Cooper gets told the same thing.
I don't...
But when I hear it, it just sounds grating.
Exactly. I don't hear it either, but it's one of those things you'll never like your own voice, I guess, so...
It's true. Oh, she's like, your voice is like serotonin. Remember that, Coop. When we hit like the 30 years of marriage mark.
That's coming up faster than you think.
It is. We're about 18 years away from it.
Meme says our voices are soothing as well, so...
Aw. Gracias.
I use the TikTok like voice text to voice for so long because like I hated the sound of my voice so much, but I guess maybe I should have been doing more talking.
Are we done for the day?
I think so. I got all my watering done, so and it's too late to go into the mine, so
It is. Oh, you were already in here.
we got 4 days of more of peppers and then they'll grow and then I should be able to afford your coop.
Okay. I'm sorry your connectivity has been off, Tinsel. I know how frustrating that is. There are days I want to just throw the whole computer out the window.
Yeah.
Because I get so frustrated with it. Especially, we haven't really had as many issues now that we've moved over from Comcast to... What do we have now?
We got fiber optics.
Fiber optics.
Ooh, okay. So we got two things. We got Jiraiya saying Saint is such a chill guy. You're blessed.
I am blessed.
And then Dragon is asking how we met.
So, do you want me to tell that story?
You want to?
Sure. So, Charlie and I actually went to high school together, and he ignored me. Didn't know I existed. I knew he existed because we had a psych class together, and was it in the basement? I don't remember where Davison's...
No, it was in the attic. It was all the way up on top.
Yeah, and so there was a stairwell that you would have to go up, and he would just like stomp up the stairs every single day, and like everybody would hear him coming into the room, and like there were days where he'd be just very fashionably late. And so, like, I knew who he was because he was the dude that was always very extroverted and at the front of the class, like, talking and just being Cooper. And, but we didn't, like, officially, like, meet in person until after he asked me out on Facebook. Because I don't remember what I was doing the day, but I'm a millennial, guys, so please forgive me for this. But a lot of the things that we used to do on Facebook were post like nonsensical sentences that were supposed to be super random.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like one day really bored, like, no, 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 Batman. And he commented on that. And I'll let you go from there since that's your side of the story.
Yeah, so it is embarrassing. We met on Facebook, but so yeah, we went to school together, and I had no idea who she was. So I didn't know who this random girl was on my Facebook page. Like, I had no idea who she was. I didn't even know she went to school. But I was like, oh, I like Batman. She's saying Batman, so I made a comment, and we talked on that post. We made a few comments back and forth, and so for
you add me on Facebook and dig really deep. It's in there from like 2009, 2010.
I was at like a sad point in my life, but I didn't realize how sad it was until I was looking back on it. But I was laying in my cousin's basement where they still lived with their mom, so we were all hanging out on a Friday night. We would go cosmic bowling, where you go like under the black lights. So we would go cosmic bowling, and then we'd go to Denny's, and then we would go sit in the basement and drink, smoke, and watch really bad movies or play video games. And so
I know you say it was really sad, but you took me on like one of those dates with your cousins, and it was actually pretty fun.
It was pretty fun, but so I was just like, what the heck? I'm sitting here, I'm kind of sad. I'm just gonna message this girl. She messaged me back a few times. I was like, I'm gonna go for it. So I just asked her on a date to the park.
You did. Actually, Lizzie is saying that she said that my mom just told her that she remembered that I was sitting at the table on our old house, and I asked my mom if I should even answer you.
I'm surprised your mom said yes.
I don't really remember that conversation, to be honest. So I don't know what like her cadence was or anything. But like I was like me and my sister like her goody two shoes children. So like I didn't really date. Like there was a couple of guys that I had like gone like one or two dates with, but I just not my type at all. And Charlie was like the first one I ever like seriously dated. And I don't know, we just kind of hit it off. Like our first date, we went to the park and we had a picnic. And that's how he asked me out, actually. He's like, you want to go on a picnic? And I was like, yes, strange man I've never met before. Like, I knew who he was, so like I wasn't that peeved out by it. But I was like, yeah, let's do the thing. And like around that time, that one movie, what was that one movie that came out? The Hangover. And we were just like shooting lines back and forth to each other from The Hangover because that was the thing back then. And yeah,
that first date was just like I knew that I was going to marry her after the first date. I went home after our first date and I told my best friend at the time, like, yep, that was it. That was the date. That is the woman I'm going to marry. We walked for miles, and I mean that date lasted all day. It started
11
at like
hours.
Yeah, 11 hour
11
long
hour
date.
First date.
We went to the coffee shop. We went to the ice cream shop. We walked all around town. We just talked and talked and talked. And it was wonderful. And then what was it like? Within 3 months, I proposed, I think.
4 months. We started dating in August of 2010 because I had just graduated.
Mm-hmm.
And you proposed in November.
Yeah. So
So
I knew it was one. Jiraiya says it was cute.
very cute. He proposed under like, let me tell you his proposal story because it was really adorable. Um, so he was having a really bad day, and in the town that we both grew up in, it's a very tiny, tiny town, like Gilmore Girls type, like small. And he took me to where they had the Christmas tree lighting because they had at some point they had taken a town had invested enough money in to have like an actual tree that would grow year after year after year
Mm-hmm.
instead of wasting trees. And so it was like a little baby thing at the time, and it's certainly not now. But he took me out there and he's like, "Do you remember the memory that we had here?" And I was like, I have ADHD, so absolutely not. And I felt horrible because like I didn't remember, like couldn't recall anything that had happened in that spot. And I felt so bad. And he like I turned around and he got down on one knee and I was like, "Oh, that's the memory. We're making it right now." And it was adorable as heck.
Meme wants to know how long we dated before we got married. So that is also wild. We dated for, was it officially 8 years? No.
No. No. So we got married in 2016 and we met in 2010.
So
So
6 years,
five and a half
give
or
or
6 years.
Yeah. Because
We did everything backwards.
basically we were just like, every time we could get married, something else came up. So it was like, well, before we can get married, we had to have our own place. So we rented our first apartment. And then it was like, okay, but I really need a car because I was driving a 1964 Chevy pickup truck. So like,
It was a monster.
we could get married, but I really need to get a car right now. So we bought a car instead, and just something else came up. And then eventually it was like, we could get married or we could buy a house. So we chose the house instead. And then finally it was just like, okay, we've run out of excuses. I guess we have to get married now.
Well, it wasn't like, I know this sounds bad, but marriage was never really important to me. Because, like, I never saw the point of a piece of paper binding two people together because it's a piece of paper. So I was just like, I'm committed to you, you're committed to me. Like, I don't see why we need this. But, there came a point in Charlie's health where I wouldn't be allowed to be in the hospital room with him, and I was like, that's not happening. So sorry, my alarm, guys.
So we got
We
married
ended
so
up
she
getting
could be.
married.
Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead.
So she could be in the hospital, and for tax reasons for me. The best reasons to get married.
Tax reasons. Sorry, I got some messages here to look through.
Jiraiya saying that he loves us as a couple.
I'm sorry, what did Jiraiya say?
That he loves us as a couple.
Aw, thank you.
And he means it.
I'm sorry, I'm that person that was in chat today. I'm Graveyard Girl on TikTok, and so I was the person who had to be super mean today and ban people. So I'm sorry that's your your interaction with me. But Lizzie said that my mom remembers it. She says that that I was debating going out with someone else. Oh, because because there was someone else that I was interested in at the time, and my mom said to just see what happens, and so I did the thing. So yeah, Tinsel says she's playing Stardew Valley 2.
Everyone's playing Stardew
How far
Valley.
are you into it, Tinsel? Sorry, I got focused on the game and I kind of lost track of chat. My bad.
Ruvarth agrees on the hospital reason, and I mean, I'm glad you were, because so basically the stuff was I had a hernia, like 8 pounds of my guts were hanging out of my body. So it was a big surgery, like potentially maybe could have died during surgery. I mean, not that drastic, but maybe. And then being in the hospital for a full day afterwards, it was so awful. So having you there was like the only thing that held me in.
It was really scary. It was really scary. Because...
Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead. You're fine.
Oh, Dry was just saying, what, you're Graveyard Girl? I thought you were Mrs. St. Waffles.
I'm both.
You've got a lot of names.
I'm both. My handle across everything is Graveyard Girl because I am into all of the spookiness, and we host a paranormal podcast. I'm a medium, so like all of that is tied to that. And I'm just here to moderate Charlie's stuff. And like we've historically have always gamed together, but I've never had a computer that could that could handle the functionality of a stream. So we're doing that, and like we were talking about this morning. Um, like our I think the first thing that we ever played was World of Warcraft together. Like
Hmm.
immediately got sucked into that. And we were like in the top tier raiders and PvPers like back in our day, like before we ended up dropping it because it was like an unhealthy amount of game time for both of us. But we're hoping now that Microsoft has taken over Blizzard that the next expansion won't be total dog doo doo. So we'll probably play launch day because ever since Pandaria, we've always played like a very long launch day together with our
Hmm.
guild and stuff.
Welcome in, Stone.
So
Swaddle says, I'm lucky with a hernia like that. I never had a bowel obstruction.
oh
I got
yeah.
lucky on so much stuff with my health because from my youth, so I had the hernia since I was about 10 years old, and I didn't know what it was. And basically, I thought it was some sort of cancer and that I was going to die any day. So it was one of those like truly YOLO, like I'm going to die before I turn like 20. So I might as well do everything I want. So I ate everything I want. I drank everything I wanted to. I did whatever I wanted to. No regards to my health. When I finally got blood pressure medication, I was like 220 over 180. Yeah, I was drinking energy drinks multiple times a day. Like I abused my body so bad. So the fact that I didn't have a problem or a heart attack or any of the many of other things that I more than deserved truly was a blessing.
It was cute, but it was also really sad because he had his surgery in 2021 in July of 2021,
Hmm.
and so COVID precautions were still like super in place, and so I was the only one that I was allowed to be in there with him, and I remember getting the text from the doctor as everything was happening because as soon as they took him into surgery, they're like, okay, he's doing good, he's under anesthetic, he's doing really well, and then like an hour later, he's like, we've done the first incisions, he's doing really really well, and I think it was a total of like 4.5, 5 hours, and they the doctor called me and said it went without a hitch, that you were perfectly fine, nothing went wrong, which was everything we could have hoped for because there were so many complications that could have
Yep.
arisen from the surgery. And like I'm an anxious mess as is, so that whole situation was just because I didn't sleep the night before, and I didn't sleep the day before that, and then Charlie hadn't really slept all that much either because I mean it's a huge thing, right? So
Hmm.
um, I remember going in after he was in, forget what the name for it is, but basically where you come out and you let the anesthesia wear off and stuff. And the nurse had come out to get me to bring me to the other side of the hospital. And he's like, yeah, your husband really wants to see you. And I was like, okay. And like, I thought you were more conscious at the time. And like, I came in and you were like so out of it. And like, you were just like grasping for my hand, like trying to get my hand. And you're like, where's Emmy? Like, where? And I'm just gonna start to cry already. Um, but it was just, it broke my heart. But it was also just like the sweetest thing. And like, I'm so glad you came out of it okay. I don't know what I would have done otherwise.
Yeah. All right, got some more questions. Was the surgery planned? Yes, the surgery was
Yes.
planned a long time in advance. And Jiraiya says they were wondering why they got along so well. And Jiraiya has a hernia as well. So
I'm
I
so sorry,
know
Drea.
I know that pain all too well. So stay strong and hopefully you can get that fixed because it was awful. It got to a point in my life where I could barely walk without pain, and it just pain was my life. And I'm so much
Come a
happier
long
now that it's
way.
fixed, but it sucks. It sucks so bad.
And like, not every hernia is like as bad as yours was, though. Yours was like
No,
really
mine
bad.
was the worst hernia the doctor had ever seen. So So bad they brought medical students in to look at it, because when are you ever going to see an anomaly like that again?
What did your doctor say? Not your surgeon, but the one prior. He's just look at that and he's like, "Yeah, that's pretty big."
Yeah. Yeah, it was the largest, and they honestly they thought that's why we were so surprised it went so well, because the doctor said that they thought they were going to have to make an incision in my chest and like work from my groin and from my stomach and like up near the top of my chest all at once to push it all back in. Like,
I think they said they wanted to do like basically the equivalent of a C-section for
yeah,
you.
basically. So
We didn't have to do that though. It was one incision, one and done.
no, it's a bad no comparing. Yeah, it's you can't compare medical stuff because it's all bad all around. I completely agree with you there, but hopefully you can get yours worked on as well. It took me a while because I was so overweight and so unhappy that I couldn't get the surgery, so I had to make the changes in my life to get there. So if you're working out, you're probably well farther along the chart than I was, because I was 415 pounds, could barely walk, awful.
Yeah, but you've lost 120 pounds, I think.
120 pounds so far. I want to lose another 100 pounds or so, but we'll see. There's a bread fight going on in my chat.
A bread
A
fight?
bread fight.
What's a bread fight?
I have no idea. Oh, exactly. Hate the people that want to compare and like, no, mine was way worse. Yeah, I mean, I never understood the one-upping, especially when it comes to pain. There's the same people who do that in the office, right? Like, you're like, oh man, I got no sleep last night. Well, I haven't slept for 2 days. It's like, what good does it be to be the winner of the lack of sleep?
Right.
Or
I don't know.
George, welcome in, George. All right, let's go to sleep, and then we'll have peppers, and then the next day we can get you your chicken coop.
Sounds like a plan.
It's a man thing, no offense to us men. I mean, I think you're definitely right on that. Oh, I was wrong. I was off by 1 day. So we have one more watering today. They'll grow tomorrow, and then we'll sell the next day.
Just in case you needed to know, Lizzie.
I
don't want to interrupt Coop.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
I was just telling her I love you, but I have a rock here that we found from geocaching.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just like, it says I love you, so I was just putting it up to the camera so she could see.
I definitely agree it's a man thing to one-up each other. That the whole talk of toxic masculinity definitely comes from somewhere, right? There is some things that are not good for men, and that is one of them.
Neither is holding in your feelings. Please cry. Women will love you more for it, I promise.
Oh, man. Took me a while to get the feelings things down, but I do feel much better for it after I gave myself an anxiety disorder. But, you know.
You didn't give yourself an anxiety disorder. Society gave you an anxiety disorder.
We live in a society. Oh, I'm out of water.
Me too. Lizzie, if you're still here, this is the game I want to get you and Mom. Because it's kind of like Animal Crossing. It's a lot of like this, a lot of growing crops, a lot of raising animals, which you'll get to see soonish in some small capacity. It's very calming though. Oh, you're welcome. We did do that today when we went to Adoration. I'm glad that their kitty is back. Taylor's kitty went missing last night and she came home.
Good.
Manners.
Ruvarth says this is more fun than Animal Crossing to them.
I am going to strongly disagree, but you know what you like.
Jiraiya, like, bro, you're buffer than me. I get it. That one is awful, and especially for me, like, on the weight loss journey, the people who, like, insist that their diet is the one, and so you're like, oh, hey, I've lost 20 pounds doing this. And like, yeah, but you're still eating bread, like, you know, why are you eating bread? You can't lose weight if you're eating bread. Or the the keto, when the keto diet was a huge fad, everyone be like, well, you have to
Oh,
do
it's still a
keto or
huge fad.
you're not going to do anything. You got to eat the keto.
Something I was gonna say. I forgot. It'll come back to me. It was important. I know that.
I agree with Ruvarth. Ruvarth says
You can
that Animal
move.
Crossing is fun for decorating, but this game fulfills the need, like, gotta do something, and that's exactly how I feel. Like, Animal Crossing is fun for, like, an hour or two, but, like, you don't feel like you get a whole lot done compared to this game.
I always felt busy in my island though, but I was always decorating and redecorating and doing a bunch of things, and I'm like, I think I'm 900 hours in and I'm still not finished with my island. That was my main deterrent too, Lizzie. I'm not a fan of like the older art style in video games. I know that's gonna get me crucified, but I like the more cartoony stuff too. But I think that you would really like it.
I try to get Emmy to play old games with me, but the old art style just does not vibe. Like,
It
PlayStation 3 or
depends.
4 is about as far back as we'll go.
It depends on like what it is. Like, I'm not good at platformers, so I don't typically play platform games. But I can appreciate the art. Like Ori and the Blind Forest, I fell in love with, but I was just
Hmm.
so bad at it. And like Cuphead, I love the artistic style of Cuphead, but I'm not going to be good at it. It's just going to frustrate me and just ruin the whole experience. So I just don't.
That's why I'm a fan of easy mode and everything. Every game should have a super easy mode.
For gaming noobs like me, it's much appreciated.
Jiraiya says nostalgia is amazing. Well, unfortunately, she doesn't have much of the nostalgia for the old games because she didn't do the gaming. I mean, you had like an N64, I think you said, right? But you didn't play very much on it.
Right. Well, like I think I mentioned this before on stream. My family wasn't the most affluent. My mom was raising four kids on her own, so we couldn't really afford a lot of that stuff. It really wasn't a notion, like a thing of not wanting to. Because my brothers loved video games, but we had one old N64 that had three games. We had Scooby Doo, Donkey Kong, and Speedy Gonzales. And then at one point, my dad had gotten me a Game Boy for my birthday or for Christmas or something, and I had Monsters Inc. and Harry Potter, like the Chamber of Secrets. So those were the only games I ever played growing up, aside from like Oregon Trail at school. And I didn't really start gaming until I met Coop. So it's been a long process. We've been learning things. Survival games I think are like my niche. I really
Yeah, which Blizzard's
like
making one of
Conan
those, so I
and
can't wait to see what they do with that.
yeah.
Meme says the clickbait level of Cuphead is their favorite. I'll be honest, I didn't even make it that far into Cuphead. I never saw that level. It was a little bit too tough for me because I'm not great at platformers either. Uh,
Yeah, like my sister's in the stream right now and she's saying we definitely didn't have a lot of video games and we're too poor to have them, but we spent a lot of time outside and board games and fighting with each other. So, yeah. We spent our time in other
did
non-productive ways.
did you get to play Guitar Hero though?
No, I saw like it was a huge thing for the guys in choir to play Guitar Hero. So like I knew what it was, but I never got to play it.
Mm-hmm. I played a lot of Guitar Hero. In fact, I was the cool kid who owned Rock Band so that everyone could play at once. We had four people playing at once. I'd bring it in. That's why all the choir kids were playing, was because I'd bring in my Xbox all the time to play Rock Band with everyone. So
Did you guys I'm assuming you've seen, but Cuphead has a TV show now. It's pretty good.
Cuphead does have a TV show. It is good. The animation is great in it too.
It really is. I love it. Do we need more? Oh no, we're gonna need more wood and more stone.
I
Maybe
think
that's what I
I
should
have
be
it all
doing.
still.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I had nothing else to do, so I was just gonna craft to get my skill level up on some
Yeah.
things.
Dragon says that they love Scooby Doo and they still watch it every day. Old school Scooby Doo. The newer stuff, I'm not a huge fan of, but the old school, where are you, Scooby Doo, and all that, for sure. Where do you find them? Where do we find what? What you talking about?
Oh, Lizzie said she got to play Guitar Hero at a friend's house. I think that's like the only time where we got to do things is when we went over to friends' houses to see what they had. And she said that we only got video games at the friends' houses, really besides the Game Boy and the computer learning games. Yeah, we had a lot of the old school PC games that I don't even know if you would call them that. There was like a typing thing.
Mavis Beacon teaches typing.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Yes.
And yeah, old Scooby is the best, Liz. She really likes Scooby Doo too, so.
Jiraiya agrees on the old school Scooby Doo. I guess we'll have to have a watch party for Scooby Doo one of these days.
I think I can stream it with the Netflix party mode. We used to do that in our
Yeah.
like our old group thing.
Are you allowed to do that on Twitch? I know some
Not
people
on
watch
Twitch,
TV
no,
on
but
Twitch.
in Discord we can.
Discord watch party.
Yeah, in Discord we can do that.
Though the Scooby Doo Courage crossover was pretty good.
Oh, it was really good. But I haven't lent that to you, Lizzie, yet. You need to remind me so I can let you borrow that. It was really good.
All right.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, there was a Carmen Sandiego one. I don't know what the scientist one is, but yeah, we did play a lot of Carmen Sandiego.
Let's see. Got a question here. Let me see if I can read it. Do you remember the electric guitar of AC/DC? In 2015? Where did you find them? I know that like Metallica had the toy electric guitars around then because Guitar Hero Metallica came out, but I don't recall having one.
I didn't know that was a thing, and I'm so sad I'm just now finding out about it. AC/DC is my favorite music band. I'm mad now.
We did
I did not know that was an
eventually-
existing thing.
Oh, sorry. We did eventually graduate to real guitars, though. I got you one. We haven't got to play it yet, but I got Rocksmith so we could play guitar together. I got pretty good at bass.
I really did get pretty good at bass. My hands are too tiny. I have like really, really, really tiny hands. And they're like ukulele sized.
You had a green one and a red one?
Lucky.
All right. Peppers did not quite perform as well as we wanted to. We're at 4,000, so we're almost... I'll go check the cost of the chicken coop.
Speaking of old school Scooby-Doo, this little mystery machine van here. You'll probably see Shaggy, the bobblehead, on a lot of streams. You want to pet the kitty?
Pet the kitty. All right. Things did not work out as well as I thought they would. So, I'm going to go try and fish us up some more money so we can get you your coop. Haley's playing Stardew Valley as well.
Join the Stardew Club. If anyone can tell me, because I don't remember, because we are well past this point in our other game, but like, what gifts does Marnie like? Because I need to smoosh her up so I can get her in her house and get the mayor's underwear to complete a quest.
Jiraiya says that he never learned to play guitar, but he did learn how to skate. I always wanted to learn to do the skate, like skateboarding and skating.
That's what my brother did too. He's huge into skateboards. Still is. He still skateboards everywhere. The flash warning on this game for that lightning.
You can turn it off in your settings.
Might have to.
I was just thinking the same thing. In fact, I'm going to go do that. No flash effects. skating so good back in 15. Looking at your farm and then mine, your farm is or yours is a straight up forest. Yeah, the first couple days we usually chop down all the trees because we use so much wood to build coops and stuff that we try and just like strip mine it basically to start.
Yeah. We grow them back though. Don't worry.
Yes. We'll do some fishing. Pike. Ruvarth says that Marnie likes corn.
Corn. Well, we don't have that yet, but that is good to know. Thank you.
Come on, little fish.
I'll think. Oh, we can grow it though. I'll grab one
We can grow corn.
or two or three. Does that last through the fall?
Yes. Ah, that fish got the better of me. Be chopping wood all winter. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I'll show you. If you go over here and you upgrade your axe enough, you go all the way to this corner. And chop down this log, you'll get access to the secret forest. And there's a lot of cool stuff in the secret forest.
As you said, the scientist one was like you built stuff on it, and then it was like physics where we made a sequence of events happen. I don't remember that at all. She says she remembers when we finally got a Wii because you gave it to us, and then the boys got an Xbox. My brothers got an Xbox because someone gave it to them. Do we still have a PS3 we need to get rid of, or like a PS4? Because
We do. We have a PS3. The PS4 is with my dad right now, so he can play Days Gone, and then we've got an Xbox that we don't use.
How
and
is
a
he
Wii.
liking Days Gone?
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah, it's a good game. I love
Man,
watching
these
you
fish
play
are
that through.
easy. Jiraiya says there's an annoying cat that always comes to my window and stares.
Is
I
it
love
sunny?
cats, but what the heck? We have two kittens that do the same thing every night. They're up on a bench looking in our window with their little glowing eyes. They're super spooky.
They're cute in the daytime, though.
You can also cheat to get into the secret forest. If you have a chair, you can use the chair to get into a whole bunch of locked locations. I thought I was going to fish us up some more money, but I might not.
Yeah, I'm finding not a whole lot to do right now. I'm gonna plant this stuff and it's okay. I think we got about 10, 20 more minutes anyway.
Yeah. Dragon Ghost says they need to get this game because they feel left out.
It's cheaper than most. Like I don't think it's a full 60, which is really nice.
No, I'm pretty sure it's only like 15 or 20.
Yeah, like it's a lot more accessible than most games.
You can even get it on your phone just to do like a casual mobile experience.
Not gonna look good, but
I see you planted some seeds. Jiraiya says
it did,
the
but
cat
it's being
sounds-
really picky.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's just being really picky. It's not letting me plant them here, and I don't know.
Weird.
Yeah.
The cat.
So there's all this empty space. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry,
the cat
Cat.
sounds like it's in pain because your druggy neighbors left it. You know, that is always so hard. We had the same thing when we were living in an apartment. The old apartment managers abandoned their cat, and it's so hard because you want to save all the kitties, but like we have so many feral and stray cats in the neighborhood. Like you can't save them all, but you want to.
We did end up taking in that cat though. His name was Goliath. He was like one of those big
Maine Coons.
yeah, Maine Coon cats, and he was just the most lovable little loaf. I miss him.
He was. Dragon Ghost is asking, can you get this game on Switch? Yes. This game is on PC, Switch, all the PlayStations, Xbox, mobile. It's basically on everything now.
Lizzie, what comment do you want deleted, babe? Because I'm not sure which one.
Yeah, cat cries are the worst, Jiraiya. It seriously breaks my heart to hear them. They're so sad. I just want to go love them.
You know, we have a couple like feral cats outside our house, like not like other kittens, but like other ones that just try and I don't know, it's scary like when cats fight because they get really loud and
Yeah, it breaks my heart to hear
violent
cat
really
fights.
quick. Yeah. And there's very little you can do to like stop them.
No, short of like spraying them with a hose.
Yeah, and like in the winter, we don't want to do that.
But this game is definitely on Switch, and that's actually our preferred way to play. Pretty much every game that it can be put on Switch, we prefer to play on Switch because then we can just like lay in bed together and play together, or we can go, like when we go on vacation, it's something to play like before we go to bed. The Switch is just our preferred way to play almost every game now.
Oh, that's okay, Lizzie. They already know that that's what his name is. We don't need to delete that. You're okay. All good.
Love cats so much, but this one's so careful with humans. That's usually a bad sign, right? Because so many cats I know is like they're scared of you for a day or two, but then once you feed them or give them any love, then they love you so much. So the cats that are really scared of humans mean that they just haven't had good interactions with humans, and that's heartbreaking. It's on Switch. I'm going to go look. It is on Switch. Like I said, it's like $10 or $15, and it's worth every penny.
Make sure you take breaks and like stretch your arms out though, because if you have carpal tunnel or don't want to get carpal tunnel, need to take breaks in between games.
I'm pretty sure every millennial has carpal tunnel at this point.
Probably, like, because I work on computers a lot, like that's what my job is, but like before, like when I was like from 16 to 19 or 20, I worked in retail and I was a cashier and I did produce stocking, and so like you're constantly doing that like cashier motion when you're scanning groceries. It just ruins your arms.
Ruvar says their scoliosis is unforgiving when you're playing Stardew Valley.
Oh, I bet.
That's what makes the Switch so good, though. You can find a position that's comfortable and playing it. Like PC, you have to be up at your desk, and you're going to hurt if you lean over. And like PlayStation, you got the controller, and you have to like lay a certain way to see TV. But Switch is just so good for that.
It is. No, I like my privacy, Lizzie, so I don't go by anything other than my handle or Emmy or Mrs. St. Waffles. I think Mr. Waffles prefers Charlie though.
Charlie or St. Waffles, either one works for me. I'm sorry to hear that, Jiraiya. That is really tough. It's so heartbreaking. Hopefully the cat warms up to you, though.
Hopefully. When it's heart with food.
I was thinking the Steam Deck was actually going to kind of like put the Switch in its place, but I've not heard anyone hyping up the Steam Deck since it like was announced a year ago, so...
Did its launch date get pushed back or something?
I'm pretty sure it's coming out in a month, and I just don't think anyone cares.
Well, there's more pressing things going on in the world right now.
I mean, that's totally fair, too. Hard to care about the Steam Deck when you can't figure out how to pay for gas.
Man, it went back up today, too.
No one can top Nintendo handheld gaming. I will say that when the PlayStation Portable came out, it was way ahead of their time, and if they had leveraged it properly, I think they could have dethroned Nintendo, but they just didn't give it enough love, I don't feel like. But the PlayStation Portable did have Def Jam, which was one of the best wrestling fighting games ever made. I still go back and play that game once every few years because I love it so much.
I know I'm like behind on the video games, but my gosh. So we were going through Amazon's like old school movies that we grew up with as kids. And the amount of classics that Charlie has not seen is just so disappointing. So he hasn't seen Ferngully. He hasn't seen Troll in Central Park. He hasn't seen All Dogs Go to Heaven. He hasn't seen Black Cauldron. He hasn't seen... there's so many, but like those are the top ones that I was just like, really? You haven't seen those? You're missing out on so much. Okay, night, Lizzie. Get some sleep. I know you gotta work tomorrow, bright and early.
Night, Lizzie.
I love you. And so this weekend, I'm gonna make him watch Ferngully.
Dragon
At
Ghost
the very
says
least.
they spent almost $50 on gas this week or this last fill up and nearly had a heart attack.
They are good movies, Liz Bear.
And Ruvarth is asking, you go by Charlie, but you've never seen All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Exactly. Exactly.
I have not. I don't know. My parents weren't huge into kids' movies, so we watched, adult movies. Not
I know he was telling me tonight that he watched like Saving Private Ryan when you were like what, 7?
like 8 or 9. It was a good movie.
That's too young for Saving Private Ryan. Like my mom wouldn't even let me watch like Family Guy or The Simpsons, or I remember one night she was watching Stephen King's cause so back in the day a lot of Stephen King's novels were serialized on TV. And so I think it was like Rose Madder had been turned into Red Rose. Like it was a super cliche title. And like if you go back and watch it now, the horror is just awful. But like for its time, it was terrifying. And I remember sneaking that and like watching behind the couch as she was watching it, and like I got super grounded. But like there was no way. Like I don't think I even watched Family Guy until like I was 13. South Park until I was 13. And that was not under her permission. I just watched that over my uncle's.
Yeah, but you feel like you're missing out on that, and you actually go watch it. Like my parents refused to let me watch Beavis and Butthead, and when I could finally watch that, I was like, this is...
Your parents made the right call on that one.
What I was missing out was just two kids going like really?
Your dad made the right call on that.
Jiraiya says, and they thought they were missing out. I missed out on a lot of movies as a kid.
It's all right. We're slowly introducing him to all the classics. I got him to watch Die Hard finally a couple years ago. At some point, when we're in better mental health, I'm going to have him watch Good Will Hunting and basically most of Robin Williams' catalog that I haven't made him watch already. There's some really good ones. Have you seen $1 Million Baby?
No.
Oh. Okay,
Jiraiya
we're going to add
says
that to the list too.
always watched Family Guy, and Memes says they grew up on Simpsons and Family Guy. I missed out on The Simpsons too, and I went back and watched it, and like the first couple of seasons were good, but I really don't understand why it's like such a huge cultural phenomena.
I was never big on The Simpsons either, but
I guess
like I get it, they had a lot of political satire. Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, go ahead. You go.
Oh, I was just like, I guess maybe you had to be there as one of those things. Like if you started watching it when it first came out, like
right,
you had to be there. Kind of like Friends. Like I never grew up on Friends, so it was not that great to me. But I know people who were like there for Friends. Is like Friends is
that
so
was me.
good.
I was the people. I loved it. Sorry, I got a cough, so I want to mute myself for a second.
Dragon Ghost is asking, please tell me you guys have seen The Matrix. I have never seen The Matrix. I don't think Emmy has seen any of The Matrix either.
Excuse me, sorry. No, but I've wanted to. It was just a lack of time and forgetfulness. That wasn't a lack of want. Because I think they were like rebooting it. I think I saw from like a preview
did, yeah.
a while back. And it looks really cool.
everyone's saying The Simpsons is popular because they've been predicting the future. I do know they were in the news a lot for doing that. I guess we'll have to
They've been
watch The
pretty
Matrix
accurate.
maybe this weekend. Before next time we need to watch a movie, I guess we should put The Matrix on the list and actually watch that.
No, I just broke my really cool paperclip. God, I'm such a nerd. It has a ghost on it, so it's justifiable. I don't know how to fix this. It's decoration now. So what do you think? Are we about ready to call it a night?
Yeah, I think it's about time to go to bed because I am tired.
Me too. I got a long day tomorrow too.
Ruvarth just made it to level 90 in the mines. Just a little bit
Level
farther to
90?
go.
Oh my goodness. All right, here. Let me get back to base here. And
The guy who stars in The Matrix is John Wick. Yeah, I know that Keanu Reeves has been doing a lot of movies lately, but I know that he was like the original Matrix guy. I did know that one.
oh gosh, you think you finally got me to watch John Wick late last year,
And
and
it
it
was
was the
so
best
good.
experience. I love John Wick.
John Wick was so good. All right, our game is saved. So I'm going to call it here because we got to go get ready for bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. I think we're going to either play Zelda or Upsal Bidoof. I don't know yet. But
What, are you doing anything new anytime soon?
I don't have anything new as of yet. Hopefully soon, maybe.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Anyways, thank